The Royal Rumble is this Saturday, one of the most exciting events in wrestling for the entire year, and I don't know how it's going to go. I don't know who's going to win, but this is one way that it could go. So we're going to be going entrant by entrant, throwing in little stories and little things that can be done along the way. And we're starting with entrant number 1, and that is going to be the legend Rey Mysterio. He gets in, the announcers are able to talk about once upon a time, Rey Mysterio went all the way from number 2 to the end and won the Royal Rumble in 2006. And then entrant number 2, right off the bat, we are creating a moment that people will remember, the first ever Rey Mysterio Penta stare down in WWE. This is one that everybody is wanting at some point, so we'll give them a little taste at the start of the Royal Rumble with Mysterio and Penta starting the match at 1 and 2. At number 3, we're going to go with Chad Gable. Thank you, Chad Gable, at number 3, because he's been having issues with the Luchadors on Raw, and so it's only fitting that he's in there with Rey Mysterio and Penta to start this thing, and they can do a lot of fun moves, taking turns doing crazy moves on Chad Gable. And then at number 4, we have our first little return here. It's the phenomenal AJ Styles. AJ hadn't been around in a while, and so it's good to see AJ back. If this indeed happens, it's been rumored. AJ Styles is in at number 4, and he adds another element with Gable, Penta, Mysterio. Lot of fun things that can be done with all of these high flyers, great technical wrestlers. And then we're going to bring in a few guys at 5, 6, and 7 because we need to stack some names of some guys who can kind of conveniently be thrown out because somebody's coming that's going to throw them out. So at number 5, give me Carmelo Hayes. At number 6, give me Ludwig Kaiser. At number 7, we've got Pete Dunne. And all of these guys, all of these guys are in there and nobody's getting eliminated. Nobody's getting thrown out. Nobody's being tossed over because somebody's coming in at number 8 that is going to start chunking dudes. And it is Jacob Fatu. Jacob Fatu is number 8. He comes in and immediately starts cleaning house. He throws out Gable. He throws out Carmelo Hayes. He throws out Ludwig Kaiser. He throws out Pete Dunne. Jacob Fatu is absolutely cleaning house. He is beating everybody up. He is a one-man wrecking crew. At number 9, we get Otis. Otis is a big man, so people are like, hey, maybe Otis can come in here and do something about this Jacob Fatu. He does a couple of moves. Fatu completely no-sells it and throws Otis out. So now Jacob Fatu already has 5 eliminations, and he hasn't even been in the match that long. Somebody's got to slow this guy down, and so at number 10, it is Jey Uso. Jey Uso can do his whole entrance through the crowd, or he can just come down the ramp like usual. He'll get in the ring and be like, this is the Royal Yeet Bull. I'm Jey Yeetso. I'm going to take out Jacob Yeet 2 with my super kick yeet. And then Jey Uso is able to get enough offense in on Jacob Fatu that it doesn't totally stop him, but it neutralizes him for a moment. And just as Jey Uso has all of the momentum here, then here comes number 11. And it is a very angry man. It is Drew McIntyre coming in at number 11. This dude hates Jey Uso. Jey Uso's got all of the momentum right now. Drew comes down there. He's like, I hate this man. I hate Jey Uso with a passion. And if it's the last thing I do, I'm going to destroy his life. So Drew McIntyre and Jey Uso, they battle for a little bit. At number 12, we need a little bit of comedy. So here comes R-Truth at number 12, and he brings a casket down to the ring because R-Truth thinks this is a casket match. He comes down, he gets in the ring, he might even have some druids with him. Jacob Fatu immediately super kicks him, throws him out. R-Truth gets to his feet and just gets in the casket, and they wheel him away because it's R-Truth. It's craziness. Now, number 13 is a long shot. Number 13 is the biggest long shot that I have on this list. But Jacob Fatu has been dominating this match. Jacob Fatu has been taking on all comers. And at number 13 is Goldberg. Listen, don't throw anything at me. Goldberg is number 13. He comes down to the ring. Jacob Fatu looks confused. Everybody's like, oh my God, Jacob Fatu and Goldberg are about to have a stare down. Goldberg gets in the ring, spears Fatu, and Fatu completely no-sells it. He just gets back to his feet. He starts shaking around like the boogeyman. Goldberg spears him again. Fatu no-sells it, gets right back up, starts shaking again, hits Goldberg with a super kick, tosses him out. Jacob Fatu is unstoppable. I know people say Goldberg probably wouldn't be able to physically do this. All we need him to do is come down, give 2 spears, get kicked, and thrown out. We don't need him to do any more than that. We are showing that Jacob Fatu is a freaking madman. So now we're to number 14. Now think about this. This is a crazy moment, right? Goldberg, shocking entrant in the Rumble. Fatu no-sells his spear and throws him out. Everybody's like, God, this is a crazy Rumble. What do we need to top off this crazy moment? We need number 14, the TNA World Champion, Joe Hendry is at number 14. Say his name, and here comes Joe Hendry. Everybody's like, oh my God, first Goldberg, and then Fatu no-sells the spear, throws him out. Now Joe Hendry's here. Joe Hendry comes down. We got the TNA WWE partnership on full display. Joe Hendry's in the Rumble. Now, we get a little more expected names coming in here. At number 15 is Dominic Mysterio, and if Rey Mysterio's still in at this point, of course you have Dom and Rey. I like to think of a spot where Dom throws Rey out and is being disrespectful, and then Penta throws Dom out, so that in the coming weeks you can do a match between Penta and Dominic on Raw. Could be pretty fun. At number 16 is Sami Zayn, and they immediately have the stare down between Sami and Drew. They hate each other. Sami and Jay are getting along. They're kind of teaming up a little bit. Sami Zayn, one of the more popular people in the match. Number 17, how about Braun Breaker? Some really fun stuff you can do with Braun Breaker and Jacob Fatu. Braun Breaker, this just big dude who's out of his mind. You've got Drew McIntyre in there he can do some fun stuff with. Braun Breaker, I want Braun Breaker to have a good run in this match. I like Braun Breaker. I want him to have some real moments here to show how special of an athlete he is. Then we get to number 18. Here comes the dastardly Logan Paul at number 18. Logan just takes his time getting to the ring. He is in no rush. He's walking around the ring. He's taking selfies with people. He's signing autographs. He's talking to Pat McAfee and Michael Cole at ringside. He is in no rush to get into this match. And then at number 19, you gotta have the United States champion Shinsuke Nakamura. At number 19, a former Royal Rumble winner in 2018. As crazy as that is to look back on, Shinsuke Nakamura is a former Royal Rumble winner. They'll play that up. And then at number 20, we've got Big Jim. Jimmy Uso is in the match, and now you've got Jimmy Uso, you've got Jey Uso, you've got Sami Zayn, 3 of the OG Bloodline members, and they're mostly trying to neutralize Jacob Fatu, who is still in the match and is just not losing any steam at all. I would like to see Penta still be in the match this late. I'd like to see him have a good run. Like I said, Braun Breaker doing some good things. And now we start getting into the home stretch of the Royal Rumble. Number 21, Damian Priest. You know he's going to be in there. He's one of the big-time guys. Just moved over to SmackDown. Number 22, it's Matt Hardy. Remember what I said about the WWE TNA partnership. Let's have some of these guys come in. Let's bring Matt Hardy down. Maybe he can be broken Matt Hardy. Maybe he can be slightly broken Matt Hardy. He comes down to the ring. He's doing his thing, and everybody's getting excited because they know if Matt's here, that must mean that Jeff is here too. So everybody's looking back there like, oh, I bet Jeff Hardy's going to be next. I bet Jeff's coming in next. You could have a stare down where Matt Hardy is looking at the Usos, and the Usos are pointing to the ramp saying, is your brother coming? Is your brother coming down next? Are we going to have a stare down of 2 of the greatest tag teams of all time? The clock starts ticking down. Everybody's like, oh my God, here comes Jeff. He's gonna come here with his brother. But instead, it's Kofi Kingston at number 23. He's accompanied to the ring by Xavier Woods. Everybody's like, are you kidding me? The New Day. Everybody's mad at the New Day right now. Kofi gets in the ring. Have some of the baby faces, have the Usos, have Matt Hardy, have some of the other baby faces just kind of looking at him with disgust. They gang up on him, throw Kofi out because everybody believes that the New Day sucks. So everybody's just loving this. Everybody's mad at the New Day because their treatment of Big E. And then at number 24 is Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy comes down. He gets in the ring. He does some of his iconic moves with Matt, and then we get the stare down. The Hardys and the Usos. Like I said, two of the greatest tag teams of all time having a stare down. Everybody's wondering what's about to happen. And then Logan Paul, who has mostly laid low the entire match, jumps in and throws Matt over the top rope, ruining this moment because Logan Paul is a creep. You could also have, well, look who's coming in next. Number 25, it is CM Punk, one of the front runners to potentially win the Royal Rumble. CM Punk comes in, you gotta have a stare down between CM Punk and Jeff Hardy because it's only right. We have to have the CM Punk Jeff Hardy stare down, even if he ends up throwing Jeff out. That is totally fine. But CM Punk is here now. Drew's still in there. So you've got some stuff with Punk and Drew. Punk obviously had his segment with Cody the other night. A lot of talk coming out of that. Number 26 is Tama Tonga. This means that Jacob Fatu, after being in the match so long, he's finally starting to feel the effects of being in this Royal Rumble match. So now his buddy, Tama Tonga's in the match, and they start running wild. Fatu and Tama Tonga, they are double teaming everybody. They're throwing guys out. They are dominating the match now. They're madmen. And at number 27 is L.A. Knight. Yeah, L.A. Knight comes in because he's had issues with Fatu and Tama Tonga. So he tries to come in. He gets some offense in on him, but ultimately they overpower him. LA Knight's not able to get all the offense that he needs on him, and they need somebody to stop these two big dudes, Tama Tonga and Jacob Fatu. Look no further than number 28, the OTC, the Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns. Roman comes down. He's like, all right. I'm sick of these guys. I'm going to get my OG bloodline. The Usos and Sammy, they're still in there. We're going to take these guys out. And they're able to eliminate Tama Tonga, but they're having a little more trouble with Fatu. Now we get to number 29. As the OG bloodline's running wild, number 29 is Seth Rollins. We know this dude hates the bloodline. He hates Roman Reigns. So he gets in the ring. Roman looks at Sammy and the Usos. He's like, everybody stand down. Everybody stand down. I'm going to take this. Seth Rollins grabs a chair. He throws it in the ring because that's what it's all about with Rollins and Roman is the chair. Roman gets in there. Rollins gets in there. They start going at it. What a moment in the Royal Rumble. But Jacob Fatu is still here, and he's dominating everybody. There is no stopping this guy. And at number 30 is Big Match John. John Cena's number 30. We got to see Super Cena one more time. This guy has lost 1 billion matches in a row. He's trying to prove that he deserves the right to fight for the world title. So Cena is the one to eliminate Jacob Fatu from the Royal Rumble finally, to establish some credibility that this guy is still Super Cena and he can take out the big werewolf Jacob Fatu. So now we get down to the final 5 or so. Cena's still in there. Roman's still in there. Punk is still in there. Rollins is still in there. Maybe Drew McIntyre's in there. They're staring each other down. They're trying to figure out. Michael Cole saying one of these 5 men is going to the main event of WrestleMania. But then a funny thing happens. All of a sudden, the clock starts ticking again. 10, 9. The announcers are like, what the heck's going on? Wait a minute. Have we not had 30 guys? Is somebody messed up something in the production truck? Why is the countdown going off again? All the fans in the stadium are looking at each other like, did we count this up wrong? Has there not been 30 guys come into the why? Wait a minute. What's going on here? The clock hit 0, and at number 31 is the final boss, if you smell. It's The Rock. He comes out, everybody's like, what the heck's going on? It even shows a graphic on the screen, number 31, The Rock. I was like, what the heck? There's number 31? Why? How? Because he's the final boss. He's in charge. He can do whatever he wants. The Rock comes down. At some point, he has a stare down with CM Punk. At some point, he has a stare down with Roman Reigns. There's a lot of different moments that you can get here. But as we get down to the final 3, we'll say the final 3 is The Rock, Roman Reigns, and John Cena. They are the final 3. Roman and The Rock kind of teaming up, but Roman's not sure about it because he's like, why is this guy here? I want to win the Royal Rumble. I want to go face Cody at WrestleMania. And then this guy has come in here and I'm supposed to be friends with him, but I don't really know how to feel. And then CM Punk is still around ringside because he just got eliminated. He does something to distract Roman Reigns, which allows him to be eliminated from the Rumble. And our final two. Voices in the air, hear it loud and clear. It's Rock and Cena as the final two in the Rumble. The nostalgia is off the charts. And The Rock, through some sort of underhandedness, maybe he gets help from Tama Tonga and Jacob Fatu. Maybe, somebody helps him. The Rock eliminates Cena. And The Rock is the winner of the Royal Rumble. He's going to WrestleMania to presumably face Cody, who defeated Kevin Owens earlier in the night. At the end of the show, we see Triple H come out to the top of the ramp. He looks down. He's like, what is going on here? We're supposed to be 30 guys. How is he in this match? And that is how Royal Rumble goes off the air. Let me know what you think. I'm not saying this is what's going to happen. I'm just saying it could happen. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Hope everybody enjoys the Royal Rumble. Bye, everybody.